Everyone knows Barbie, the world's most popular and successful doll brand. But what about her jump into animated films? Barbie and the Nutcracker is the very first animated Barbie movie. Then the process of making it not only laid the groundwork for future Barbie movies, but it paved the way in terms of technology of 3D computer animation in general, and also with its involvement of motion capture technology. The subsequent films and franchise that followed also had a large impact on girls all over the place. Since 1959, Barbie's purpose has been to inspire the limitless potential in every girl. Barbie and the Nutcracker was released on October 2nd, 2001 in a straight-to-video format. The 3D CGI film was a co-production between Mainframe Entertainment and Mattel Entertainment. According to the Wall Street Journal, the film is a loose adaptation of E.T.A. Hoffman's The Nutcracker and the Mouse King and Chaikovsky's The Nutcracker Ballet. However, the story is changed quite a bit to appeal to a much younger audience. From the back of my 2001 Barbie and the Nutcracker DVD, Barbie magically comes to life through stunning computer animation in this modern adaptation of the E.T.A. Hoffman classic. The tale begins when Barbie, playing the role of Clara, receives a beautiful wooden nutcracker as a gift from her favorite aunt. That night, while Clara sleeps, the Nutcracker springs to life to ward off the evil Mouse King, who has invaded Clara's parlor. She awakes and aids the Nutcracker, but the Mouse King shrinks her by casting an evil spell. Clara and the Nutcracker then set off on a spectacular adventure to find the Sugar Plum Princess, the only one who could break the Mouse King's evil enchantment. Barbie as a brand began in the year of 1959. Between then and the release of the Barbie and the Nutcracker, over 1 billion Barbies have been sold in 150 countries around the world. So why did they wait 40 years to release a movie? According to the making of Barbie and the Nutcracker behind the scenes, they were waiting for the technology. They wanted Barbie to be a computer generated so that they could make her realistic and magical. In that case, why not a live action, you may ask? An employee at Mattel, Mr. Hudnut, said, "If you do live action, you're tied to that person, and no one really in the world looks like Barbie." Mattel didn't want the image of Barbie to be tied to a real person. They wanted her to remain as something that any girl could be. No, I'm not going to address the 2023 live action. We're going to ignore it for now. The movie was also a way to drive up doll sales. The drive for the movie was part of CEO Robert Eckert's strategy to expand the company's toys into more broader categories. Alongside the film, a number of other products would be released, including 8 dolls, of course, a book, a sleepwear line, and a Hallmark Christmas ornament. In 1999, Mattel allowed Barbie to appear in Disney's Toy Story 2. However, they were not exactly pleased with their portrayal in the movie. In Toy Story 2, Barbie is portrayed as a ditzy airhead, which is not what Mattel is exactly going for with Barbie. However, with the technological advancements in CGI animation, Mattel was finally able to bring their vision for a Barbie movie to life. With the movie featuring a lot of ballet dancing, they needed a choreographer. According to the behind the scenes, producers reached out to the master-in-chief of the prestigious New York City Ballet, Peter Martin. In the past, Peter Martin had been approached to choreograph several movies, but he always declined. So what was different about this movie? In the behind the scenes, Martin goes on to say, "I contemplated for a little bit, and I realized that my daughter would want me to do this." Martin had a 5-year-old daughter at the time who was obsessed with Barbie. The New York City ballet dancer Marie Kavosky was chosen to be the dancer for Barbie. To capture her movements, they used state-of-the-art motion capture technology. Barbie and the Nutcracker is one of the earliest films to use this technology and helped pave the way in its advancement. In an interview, she states that they put her in a suit with a bunch of small sensors on it to track her motions. She also said it looked ridiculous at the time, but it was extremely fun. The sensors tracked the movement of her body as she danced. The movement data would then be recorded where it would be applied to the 3D model and rig of Barbie, making it appear that Barbie was dancing as realistically as the real thing. Of course, the data would not be 100% perfect all of the time, so there was a team of animators to help clean up the animations. One animator's entire job was focused on just Barbie's hair and making sure that it looked just right and moved perfectly. After the success of Barbie in the Nutcracker, Mattel went on to create 43 more CGI movies as of May 2026. In its prime, Barbie was releasing 2 movies a year. Barbie and Rapunzel in 2002, Barbie and Swan Lake in 2003, Barbie as the Princess and the Pauper, the first Barbie musical, and also the best Barbie movie, in my opinion, in 2004, and so on. Barbie had also gotten a live-action film, 4 short films, 5 web series, and so many games since then. So, why should we care about any of this, though? Barbie in the Nutcracker marked the start of a new era for Barbie. From the behind-the-scenes feature, Barbie is the perfect vehicle for girls to project their fantasies onto. She can mean anything to any girl, and she inspires girls to believe that they can be anything as well. I myself grew up watching Barbie movies. Even well into high school, me and my best friend would spend hours upon hours sitting in her basement watching them. What stuck with me through every movie is that Barbie always stayed true to herself and taught me to do the same. No matter what the other kids and adults in my life said about me, I stayed true to myself because that's what Barbie would do. And I'm not the only girl who feels this way. Girls around the world learn to stay true to themselves and that they, too, like Barbie, can be whatever they set their mind to.